We are live now.
Oh, okay.
Just you need to self-edit.
How you doing? I was gonna say something about somebody, but I'm not doing that anymore.
We got a pretty good show.
Yeah,
I mean, not tonight, but
in general. Generally speaking.
There's people out there who spend their whole lives trying to find Bigfoot. How'd you like to have that guy as a dad? Do you even want to find Bigfoot, son? Because you don't act like it.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome. Feel free to use us as an emergency contact. Please give it up for your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 246. Mike and I are in a good mood, and we are so excited to be here with you right now.
That is a positive affirmation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The power of positive thinking.
That's right. Mike and I just did an episode of another podcast called Greetings from the Idiot Box, and we may have, I would say single-handedly, but we both had a part in it. We may have completely destroyed this podcast.
So those of you who don't do podcasts, first of all, congratulations.
Yeah. I think you said it one time. Everyone has one. You may
Everyone
not know
has
it.
one,
You may
yeah.
not know it, but you probably have a podcast.
Yeah, you sitting in your car right now, you probably have at least 3 to 4 episodes of a podcast recorded and out there.
Yeah.
And circulating.
Like, holy yeah.
There's something about our particular breed of podcasts,
Yeah.
which is effectively two guys sitting and shooting off about topics. It is what 99.9% of the podcasts out there are.
Yeah.
The most saturated thing to be noticed in this market is exceptionally tough.
Yes.
But what we've learned in the 5 years that we do this is that tends to be a cadence.
Yeah.
There's a silliness that we start out with.
I agree.
And then we go into full-blown badassery.
Oh,
we
yeah.
knock out a good 15, 20 minutes of quality comedy.
In an hour.
And then we peter out for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah. And
Right?
we finally just tap out.
So, yeah.
Throw it to Dave. And
Yeah.
then we wrap it up. We go home.
So we've just...
you are home.
We've just done that before we even started recording this one.
Yes.
So this is, for lack of a better word, the Afterglow podcast.
Yes.
We got nothing in the tank, but we owe you entertainment.
So last week we had mentioned that we were invited to go on a podcast called Greetings from the Idiot Box with Allison Lips. Now, Allison is in New Jersey, and I met her through the Letterman podcast hosted by Mike Chisholm. And Mike has been on our show a few times. Mike's a good friend of mine.
He's a good dude.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike invited
Nice hair.
me.
He's got nice
he
hair.
Does. He has nice hair.
For a
Yeah.
guy with glasses.
He's got a nice beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Rustic man.
he's a manly man.
Flannelly.
I've never seen him wear flannel.
He looks like he would wear flannel and drink maple syrup by the glass.
Well, he's from Canada, so he drinks syrup like in the backyard out of a tree. Yeah. But anyway, so Mike is the guy who invited me to New York when I got to meet Rupert G. and all the people who work for The Late Show with David Letterman. So Mike's a good guy. So I was on his podcast one night, and this is where I met Allison Lips. She and I were both guests on this one particular show. And nice person. She has she's getting a master's degree in television history. Okay, I work in television. We have all these things in common, right? So I'd mentioned last week that she was doing this podcast, Greetings from the Idiot Box. She asked if we would want to be on the show, and I said yes. And she said, "What TV show would you like to talk about?" I reached out to my buddy, my podcast partner, Mike Odell, and I said, "What TV show do you want to talk about?" Mike said, Airwolf. I'm like, fantastic. And she said, fantastic. And Airwolf is a horrible show. And we were talking about this horrible show on her podcast, and I think it destroyed her podcast.
Yeah, it may
I don't
have.
know that she's going to recover.
Yeah.
We wrapped up, and then I felt bad. I felt like we had a hit and run, and we said, good luck. Hey, what happened? And just left her there on the side of the road with the steam coming out of the engine and oil coming out of the bottom of the car and no air in the tires.
You think she's in tears right now?
I hope not.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know when the podcast airs, and you guys can check it out. be like, it's like watching a car accident.
You can actually hear a good idea become not a good idea, over the course of 40 minutes, and then panicked flailing to save the good idea.
Oh, the look on her face, like, what the hell have I gotten myself into?
Until we just called it. It's like in the old movies, the doctor just looks at it's 9:03. I got flatline. We're calling it.
It's done. Yeah,
it's like in RoboCop when he beep, but then in this case, nobody came back later as a robot.
Yeah, Mike and I together single-handedly destroyed Greetings from the Idiot Box.
So if you have another podcast that you'd like us to destroy,
invite us on. We'll come on.
Send it over our way.
Mm-hmm. We love going on other people's podcasts.
We do. We went on the Decision Reel. They're doing very well. They're doing well.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah. They have a really good podcast.
Good dudes. They're good dudes.
Yeah. They have a very structured movie review podcast.
Yeah, we need some.
I mean, they got a guy on there who had never seen Star Wars.
What the hell was that?
Movie review podcast, and he's never seen Star Wars. That's like I'm a doctor and I don't know anything about aspirin.
It's starting to get to me when I talk to people and I make references to stuff when I was a kid, and they look at me with a mixture of confusion and, okay, Grandpa, do you need to sit down somewhere and take a rest, have a Werther's?
Yeah. You probably have one. Yeah. Look, you probably have one in your shirt pocket.
Because
son of a bitch,
I noticed this while we were doing the podcast. If I start going down memory lane of stuff that was on TV when I was a kid, and I'm telling you about it, you get this faraway look in your eye, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that when when Kiss My Grits, I get all that.
Nanu.
But I noticed when I would throw those references out to somebody that wasn't around at this time, then you start seeing that look of, oh, they're looking the things up, and then they start throwing facts back at you.
Yeah.
And I get it. We're on a podcast.
Yeah.
We got to bring the facts. And thank God she did. It saved the show.
Yeah.
But there's something about, we were the last generation, Gen X is the last generation to have this, where we'll get into outright fights, arguments about facts.
Yeah.
I was about to go toe-to-toe with you on whether or not Blue Thunder, the TV series, came out before or after Airwolf.
Right.
That would have been a good 10, 15 minutes of content on this show.
Yeah.
Cuss words would have been thrown around.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody would have mentioned moles or something.
Your mama and your mama.
And it would have been quality entertainment.
Yeah.
But somebody walking by with one of these computer devices,
a telephone,
telephones.
Okay.
It jumped.
Yeah.
It's the Apple Jump.
Uh-huh.
They just end the conversation. It's like the Google Nest up here, right next to our dinner table. We got a new router, so it can't connect to our new router, so nobody can use the Google Nest as a weapon against me anymore. So I could tell my family all kinds of facts, and they can't check me.
Abraham Lincoln was our first president. Fight me. Yeah.
He was the first president, and this is true, to own a Nerf football.
That's right. I didn't know that. It came out that long ago?
Yes.
I bet you know what?
He did.
Abe Lincoln looked like a guy who could seriously throw a mean spiral.
Yeah.
Mary Todd threw it back, knocked off his hat.
Mary Todd.
Hilarity ensued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Airwolf. Watch Stringfellow Hawk and his buddy Dominic Santini solve big-time problems by blowing up in their space-age turbo helicopter. It's fun for the whole family. Airwolf, now streaming on the Roku channel. It's time now for an Irritable Dad Syndrome previous story update.
Last week I meant to talk about this, and surprise, Mike and I got off track. I joined the Soup Lovers Club that you were talking about 2 weeks ago. And good God almighty, what a bunch of psychos.
Special breed, aren't they?
In a Soup Lovers Club.
Yeah.
The very first thing that I noticed, like within seconds, I think the first post that I read was, hey, people who aren't constantly posting on this will be asked to leave. Not in those words.
Yeah.
But like, if you're scrolling and not posting, we don't want your kind here.
Hey, Buster.
Yeah.
You're here to talk about soup.
Soup, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for every 3 comments you read, we expect a comment from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got in and I tried to stir things up. Soup.
Yeah.
And I posted a picture of Campbell's chicken and rice soup. And I said, is this site only for homemade soups or does anything go? And I got a couple of comments. One was, I like chicken and rice soup. And the other comment was, that's funny. And then I could hear, I could just feel, like Luke Skywalker with the Force, there was a disturbance. In the Force on this Soup Lovers Facebook group.
It's not like you put ramen on there.
No. But then I'm scrolling down, and then there was a casserole recipe, to which I replied, Is this soup?
That's right.
Right? And that's the first time I've ever asked that question, is this soup? I scrolled down a little more, and then there was a cheesy potato and rice, one pan meal. I'm like,
it's like nothing sacred anymore.
Like, that's not soup, okay? Yeah. I know soup, okay? And I know what's not soup, and that's not soup. And so I asked that question, why is this on the Soup Lovers Club? And then I scrolled down a little more, to which I saw the first post, the recipe, and they have like 12 recipes that they just repeat over and over and over again. And I'm like, this thing is nuts. And I got off the group thing, and then I got a notification, and hey, ding, the Soup Lovers Club has posted a new recipe. And I go, and my feed within 5 minutes is full of soup.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so crazy. But yeah, even you mentioned it, the people complaining about those who are on it that aren't posting anything. And I finally I tapped out. I said, I can't do this anymore. So I've got a life, and I don't want to live it this way.
There's another group that I'm in.
Yeah.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy group.
Okay, that sounds like a cool club.
But they have fun. So somebody does this in just about every group. Someone will get pissed off. Because this is where the Soup Lovers group came to fame, is somebody lost their mind on there. And I posted about it on my page. Now all these jackwads that I'm friends with are joining the Soup Lovers Club to see the drama.
Yeah, Aaron Durbin's like, she couldn't join it fast enough.
There's so much drama on the Soup Lovers Club because you'll see soup, stew.
Well, now
stew.
I'll let stew fly.
Non-soup recipe. And then you'll see a post of someone holding soup with a caption that says, "My husband left me this morning. Here's a tomato bisque." What happened?
What?
Yeah, there was this. I don't know if it was AI. I don't know what it was.
Her husband left her, and all he left her was the tomato bisque?
No.
Oh.
No. My husband left me this morning.
I am out of here, but before I go, I'm going to make you this lovely tomato bisque.
But there's a tomato bisque, or all I have is a tomato bisque. It's my husband left me this morning, and here's a tomato bisque.
So you're saying they're not related? They don't correlate?
Well, I hadn't heard your experience with the Soup Lovers Club. See, before that, I would have thought she's trying to feed in.
She's trying to get sympathy. Poor Sarah, her husband left her. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some soup.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm not following you.
I thought she was out of her mind crazy. Now I'm wondering if she's terrified of being ejected from the Soup Lovers Club, but wants people to know this aspect of her life. So she says this thing that she really wants people to know. And here's a tomato bisque.
I think it's like, look, y'all, if you don't see me on here, I'm going through like the worst moment in my life right now. So I think she's trying to show that she cares about soup as much as she cares about her marriage.
It's like if I went on there and said, Airwolf is the best damn show in the 80s, and here's chicken noodle. Yeah.
A hearty chicken noodle. Hey, did you notice that the difference between a hearty soup than just here's some soup?
Yeah.
It's hearty. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The hearty soups came around in the late 80s.
I'm getting in line for the hearty soup, and I'm not going to stand here for this generic vanilla soup nonsense.
Ooh, vanilla soup.
I meant that metaphorically.
Okay.
Vanilla meaning middle of the road, bland.
Bland.
Yeah. Now, yesterday I made a vegetable soup.
Did you?
I did.
On purpose?
Well, I've never accidentally made vegetable soup. And you know what? When I was at the store, I usually buy ground turkey, and I put that in my soup.
Okay.
I forgot to buy some ground turkey. So you know what I put in it?
Ground chicken?
Some sausage.
Okay.
I put ground breakfast sausage in there.
Okay.
Shut up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? You
and
made a breakfast soup?
Yeah. I made breakfast soup.
How old are we?
But I'm just like...
That we're talking about breakfast soup?
It's country sausage that you put in place of like hamburger or chicken.
The problem is not that people don't know what sausage you're talking about. Right. The problem is that we have spent the past 10 minutes talking about soup.
We got nothing else to talk about.
That's true.
This has been an Irritable Dad Syndrome previous story update.
We did go to the movies for the first time in months.
Yeah.
We saw Captain America, Brave New World. With Harry Ford as the Red Hulk, which they should not advertise at all. Because the whole 2-hour movie, you're thinking he's going to turn into the Red Hulk.
Is he going to Hulk out?
Then there's a couple parts where he gets mad.
Is he hulking out?
Everyone knows when Harrison Ford gets mad.
He's going to Hulk out? Oh,
he starts shaking his finger. You could use a good kiss. Yeah, and his face starts to get red.
You find that man.
Yeah. Get off of my plane.
Yeah, exactly.
And it gets red, and then his eyes get red, and you're like, oh,
shit. That belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
It's over, enough!
And then he doesn't. And then he finally does. And I don't know. So the kids, they both really liked it. Beth thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I said to the kids, this was all right. But as I've thought about it, I don't know that I cared for it that much.
Okay.
I really like the actor that does Captain America. I don't know his name.
Chris Evans.
No. The new Captain America.
Sam.
Sam Wilson.
Yeah.
But that's not the actor's name.
No. It's, he's got another name.
And then his buddy, the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I got really excited when Sebastian Stan showed up because I realized that was part of the movie that was what was missing. I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes.
It was awesome series.
That's my favorite of the series.
And it was just Sam was missing something the whole movie. They tried to get it with the guy from The Office, Falcon. What did he play in The Office?
He wasn't on The Office.
That wasn't the guy from The Office?
No.
The accountant?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't know what. Are you talking about the English version?
He looked
of The Office?
like it. No.
Like Oscar? You
thought
he looked like Oscar. You thought Falcon was Oscar from The Office.
Yeah, no, I didn't really think it. He did look for a moment when he was like first showed up. I was like, really? Like an Oscar from The Office in here?
Yeah.
But no, I liked them. They had good chemistry, but it wasn't the same as the Winter Soldier.
No, it wasn't.
And I just missed that the whole time.
And here's my thing: is spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil it for you. That's what a spoiler alert is.
It's a 2-week-old movie.
So yeah. If you haven't seen it by now, it'll be on Disney Plus probably in an hour.
Yeah.
And 5, 4. Anyway, so Red Hulk comes out and just beating the crap out of everything. Right?
Get off of my plane!
Exactly. That belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
And then Captain America.
I hate snakes.
Is fighting.
You broke the law. Get out.
Fighting him by himself, and I'm like, they need to get like one of them wristbands that you push, and then it sends
life
help.
alert. Oh yeah,
life alert.
Yeah.
There are other superheroes.
Yeah,
and we just saw Bucky 5 minutes ago, right?
Yeah,
it's like you get off the train, run back. And it's like America needs some help.
Yeah, and he's doing what? He's campaigning. Mm-hmm. He's going to talk to a bunch of jackwads in Iowa about their chicken prices or whatever he's doing.
He was in Washington D.C.
Well, Iowa's right next door. The point is that he is the Winter Soldier with I don't know if you know this. He's got a metal arm.
He has a vibranium arm.
Yeah. So they've added
that was made in Wakanda.
They've added adamantium to the Marvel Universe, which now means that Wolverine can come in at any time because his skeleton is adamantium.
That's right.
So they're bringing the X people in, and for God's sakes, they got to do something to jumpstart the series back again. I don't know what's going on.
What's that claw made out of? Copper. Yeah. Copper. Oh,
the old aluminum Wolverine. He can't even open a can of Sprite for you.
I liked Captain America. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay. I thought it was okay.
It was good for me. I mean,
so much.
It was it. Like I said last week, was it Civil War? No,
I didn't like the. Did you like the villain, the green guy with the weird head?
Yeah, with the brain.
Itchies.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Again, not my favorite, but okay. So I didn't care for Thor: Love and Thunder. That annoyed the out of me.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't care for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I liked that one.
Yeah. There's another one that
I don't think I've seen the whole thing though.
The Eternals.
I didn't really care for that one either. Yeah.
Right?
But I like the Shang-Chi and the rings.
Shang-Chi and the 12 rings.
12 drunken
soldiers.
Soldiers.
And the nose ring. Yeah.
And the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yes.
But
except for the dog with the two.
But when we went to go see, as a family, when we went to go see Doctor Strange, we were blown away. When we went to go see the Infinity War and all that, holy Thor Ragnarok, the first and second Guardians of the Galaxy, my lord, it just wasn't to those levels.
No,
I
it
felt
wasn't.
the same way about what's the Kiki lady?
Oh, Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
The Black Widow movie. We were really excited to see that. I thought that one was just okay.
Yeah.
And I liked Hopper in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, he was great.
The ad for the new movie with them.
Thunderbolts.
I think that looks good.
I think that does too.
It makes me sad. In the original Marvels, Captain America ended up being my favorite. And it was cemented in when he was ready to take on Thanos by himself.
Yep.
And the hell with it.
I know.
And then I felt like Sam Wilson took that mantle up and carried it well with him and the Winter Soldier, and I was excited. And then he's just by himself, and he's going to a party, and it's a big whole thing about the suit he's going to wear.
Yeah. The thing is, when you have Infinity War, and in between Infinity War was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay, before.
Yeah.
I liked Captain Marvel.
I liked it.
I didn't love Captain Marvel, but I liked Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And it was necessary to bring her in before after Infinity War was Thanos. Endgame. Endgame, my lord.
That's
okay,
cinematic
here's the
history
thing.
is what Endgame
the
is.
only time in our family's history has all four of us been so jacked up excited about something was Avengers Endgame. Okay? Libby, Jacob, Cameron, and myself.
Yeah.
Most of, if not every morning, we would be sitting at our table eating breakfast or dinner or whatever. And the closer we got to that movie, well, how is Thanos going to do that? He has the Soul Stone. How's he going to do this? He has the Mind Stone. Well, they can't sneak up on him because he could see everything. And they can't do this because he has the Power Stone. And it's like, and we were running through every single scenario, and we were out of our minds. Excited about Avengers Endgame. We could not wait. And this was more excited than I was when I was a kid for The Empire Strikes Back. And that's saying something. Because as a kid, and The Empire Strikes, the first time you see the commercial for Empire Strikes Back, and you got the AT-ATs in the snow, and you got the asteroid fields like, you know, right? Okay. More excited than any of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I was so excited about those, right? And then it delivered. Avengers Endgame delivered
because you're like, how are they going to top everything?
How?
And then Ant-Man shows up. You're going to the quantum, and then you're going back in time, and it's like,
Aha.
Yeah.
You're like, holy, we're going back through the series, all the high points, and now we're going to see it from an alternate take. It went all Better Call Saul.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
No, we had no idea that Thanos, first 2 minutes of the movie, is going to use the stones to destroy the stones. Damn near killed me. By the way, you get to see Thanos wearing his farting around the house clothes.
Yeah.
his old purple t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get one big ass whatever these cucumbers are.
Do you remember Fat Thor?
Yeah.
That's all we were talking about for weeks around here was Fat Thor. I've got a Fat Thor bobblehead.
Captain America picked up Mjolnir the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
tightened up his shield, just like
yes. Of all the movies, of all those movies, That was my favorite scene. Captain America stands up, tightens the shield, and he wasn't going to give up. He was not. He was going to let's go.
Let's go.
I could do this all day.
Yeah,
and
I could do this all
would have fought
day.
All 8,000 of them.
Yeah.
Until they killed him.
Yeah.
And you can't top that.
And then the one line that's bringing everybody to cheers and all because they still have the
on your left.
On your left.
On your left.
By Sam Wilson.
And the portal's open, and your
first one to walk through is Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yep.
And then Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Star-Lord. Mm-hmm. I've seen it a few times.
Yeah. And Spider-Man comes in.
Yeah. Is that everybody? You wanted more? Yeah. You know who I wanted?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on Endgame. The only things that they missed was, what's that dude from Guardians of the Galaxy who owns the magic dart? You whistle, and then he could have done a world of damage with that magic dart.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They should have got him. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't get... everybody else was in it.
Everybody
was in it. They didn't get that. And we didn't get a scene of Hulk losing his mind. I thought we were going to have Hulk just absolutely losing his mind, running and beating the crap out of everything right and left.
See, you brought up the Hulk. That's another reason that I had an issue with the new Captain America, because it calls back from the Hulk movie.
Yes.
Which is like the second, from back then.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I know this, but I know the kids haven't seen it. I know Bess never, because I remember sitting down here watching it by myself. Nobody wanted to watch it with me.
Right.
And I was like, I thought it was kind of hammy then in that movie. I remember as I was watching that movie thinking, this is why it took until Thor and Captain America came in for this thing to really get moving.
Well, that's on Marvel, because they really rely on the audience to, they're hoping watch everything.
Yeah.
And here I am watching Captain America: Brave New World. I did see Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Netflix or on.
So it means
Disney
something
Plus.
when you see Winter Soldier pop in there.
Right. Yeah. So I knew what was going on, but I mean, there's people who don't have Disney Plus. So they're probably wondering, wait a minute, when did Falcon become Captain America? That's a huge plot point.
They never said anything about that.
They didn't explain any of that. They just, hey, if you guys didn't watch this on Disney Plus, you're SOL, pal.
It's a very good point. Because if you're just watching the movies,
what?
It's like,
did I miss something?
What?
Honey, did I fall asleep?
People are adjusting the contrast on their TVs. What happened here?
Hey, what happened? You know what? It's like a lot of the series on Disney Plus I have not watched. I've given them a shot.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay.
I think that actor and that character deserve, I think, a better movie than what that was. That's where I'm at with it. I hope that he continues as Captain America. That there's more stuff with him in it. I've heard that the reviews are not that good.
Anthony Mackie.
That's right. Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, the reviews aren't good for it.
Yeah. But he's good.
He's really good.
Yeah,
And he mentioned that he didn't take the serum. I'm like, they offered you the serum?
Yeah.
And you didn't take the serum?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Take the serum.
I like when that's one of my favorite lines from the movie. It was he's like, I don't need serum. That's you full of So maybe on a second watch, I kind of feel the same way about it that I felt after watching the first Thor. I did not like the first Thor when I first saw it. And then on later watchings, I liked it more.
See, I liked the first Thor, and I'm one of the few people that liked Dark World.
I haven't seen Dark World yet.
Almost every time they do a ranking, every Marvel movie ranked, and these people can suck it because they keep putting Guardians of the Galaxy 3 way up there, and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 didn't do it for me.
It
just didn't do it for me. But usually Thor: The Dark World is like way, way, way down the list. I liked it. I thought it was good. Yeah.
Time now for the Walmart Story of the Week.
Speaking of movies, and this story goes nowhere, but I'm going to tell it really quick. I was going through the Walmart. You've been to Walmart.
The Breaking Bad Walmart?
I was in the Breaking Bad Walmart, and I walked past the DVD section, and something caught my eye. The selection of movies they had in the DVD section, they had Motel Hell, Drag Me to Hell, The Strangers, Pumpkinhead, and then The Chosen.
It's not Halloween.
The Chosen is all about Jesus. Our Lord and Savior, right next to Pumpkinhead.
If you're ever in a store...
It's like, guys,
yeah,
let's recategorize these movies. Let's
up.
put the Jesus movies in one place and the Hell movies in another place.
Yeah, if you're ever lost in a store and you don't know what store you're in, and you see a DVD section, you're in Walmart.
That's right.
This has been the Walmart Story of the Week.
Oh, we're going to see Devo twice.
Yes,
twice.
Yeah.
So to recap the Devo epic.
Are we not men? We are Devo. Are we not men? Devo.
Not only are Darin and I going to see them, my brother-in-law...
We're going to see them here in Cincinnati.
My brother-in-law got us tickets to see them in general admission, GA,
That's what
as the kids as the kids say, in Columbus.
In Columbus, Ohio. That's the state capital, yeah.
Yeah. So we're effectively going to tour with Devo in Ohio.
With Mark Mothers... however you pronounce his name. Mark Mother. I used to think it was Mothersboro, but it's pronounced differently. Okay. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, you sent me a text. By the way, we got you a ticket for general admission in Columbus. I was like, okay. So I'm going to go see Devo again. Yeah. I've went my whole life wanting to see Devo. I had told somebody, I said, I think I've pretty much seen everybody I would want to see live. Now I get to see Devo twice.
So this year, we're going to see, you and I are going to see Devo twice. I'm going to see Oasis and AC/DC.
Oh, where are you going to go see?
That's a bucket list.
Okay.
Cleveland, yeah.
You already got your tickets?
Yeah, well, Fancher bought them.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those, every once in a while, I like to let somebody else to get the tickets. I can't.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just whatever.
I've seen AC/DC twice. You're going to love them.
You see him twice. So what tours did you see him
on? I saw him on
probably the Big Balls tour.
Heat Seeker.
Okay.
And the Razor's Edge tour, Money Talks. And we were in the back, and so when the dollar bills fell, we didn't get any Angus dollars.
Dude, the Razor's Edge tour is the tour to see him on.
Yeah.
I mean, for the,
Oh, my God. So the first time I saw AC/DC,
they opened with Thunderstruck. No, not the first time, but when the Razor's Edge tour.
They did open with Thunderstruck. Yeah. Right?
I mean,
and they closed with For Those About to Rock,
where they shoot you with a cannon.
Yeah, well, no, the curtains open,
yeah,
and the cannons come out, and he says,
so I should bring earplugs. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
My ears were ringing for 3 days after seeing AC/DC. I think I've seriously caused permanent damage to my hearing. Because my God, we used to go to Freedom Hall Civic Center in Johnson City, Tennessee. That's like the only thing there was to do. And it's like we saw Poison, we saw Van Halen, we saw AC/DC. We went to see Winger with Tesla and the Bullet Boys, and we saw Cinderella. Loved Cinderella. And I was like, I think I'm going to have to start wearing earplugs because I would be deaf for at least the next day.
The loudest concerts I've ever been to, the 3 that come to mind are, I saw Ace Frehley in a hotel. So, like, if you go to a hotel, like, literally, if you ever been to, like, a hotel for, like, a conference or something like that,
I've been
like
to a hotel,
class,
yes.
But, like, in their little ballroom things with the sliding doors.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was in one of those rooms with the little stage.
Oh, Ace.
That's the show where he stepped on my pinky finger, because I had my hands on the stage, and he, with his big ass Ace boot, stepped on my finger.
He was wearing the boots?
He was wearing the boots.
The big silver space boots?
Well, no. Just whatever boots. I think they were black.
Yeah.
And my ears were ringing for days after, and they were in pain for a couple of days after, because I was right in front of his stack.
Yeah.
U2 in Cleveland, the Vertigo tour. Bess didn't think it was that loud. It was hard for me to tell what they were playing. It was so loud. And then Slayer.
Okay.
And I actually had concert earplugs in for Slayer, and I went out to get a beer outside the arena, like outside where the Slayer is. And I took my earplugs out to get a beer, and my ears were ringing out there. Slayer was loud, and this is true as
the loudest concert I've ever seen, and I'm not kidding, was Weird Al.
Are we not men? We are Devo. Are we not men? Devo.
My buddy Don and his wife Janine, we went with Libby, and the 4 of us sitting there. with our fingers in our ears dying because it was Weird Al.
Yeah.
So loud.
You're listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast.
You two are just dumber than a bag of hammers.
I don't know how this happened because I did not actively search for this when I was on TikTok, but somehow video of panda bears came up. I watched one video, and now my feed is full of videos of pandas, and I don't mean any offense, but pandas are stupid.
There's a reason there's not many of them left.
Honest to God, well, one of the things is why aren't they extinct?
Yeah.
Because, and it's hysterical, Mike. There's pandas falling out of trees, pandas trying to climb up ladders, falling over backwards, tripping, sliding down hills. It's unbelievably entertaining. And here I am at the house, and I'm just laughing my ass off, and Libby says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Come here." So I'm showing her these videos of pandas, and now she's hooked. Hey, send me that panda video. And, oh my God, it's just unbelievably entertaining. If you're bored, if you need something in your life to distract you from the day-to-day woes of work, your family is under a lot of stress or something, look up some panda videos, and you'll thank me.
This portion of our show is brought to you by books. Buy a book at a reputable bookstore or check one out for free at your local public library. Read one today. They're really cool.
That's right.
Now, back to the show.
Before we go, I think we're having a moment. We're having a greetings from the idiot box moment. Before we go, I want to apologize to Rick Springfield because last week I felt like I did him a disservice, and I just wanted to say that his Greatest Hits Volume 2 is a very good album, and I don't think I represented it well. He was huge in the 80s, okay? He had so many hits in the 1980s, and then he disappeared for a little while, and is either 1999 or 2000, he released an album called Karma, okay? And on the Karma album is a song called It's Always Something. Look this up. I challenge you. It's Always Something is just as good, maybe better than a lot of the hits that he had on the radio back in the 80s. So he released Karma, and then he's released 5 or 6 albums since then, between 2000 and 2024, when they produced the Greatest Hits Volume 2. And that album is a collection of those songs from 2000 to 2024. And it's really, really good. And the only thing I was bitching about, not really bitching, just saying, he calls it hits, and there weren't hits on it because, it's like they don't play him on the radio anymore, and that's mainly because radio stations are stupid. And I'm going to compare him to Colin Hay, who's is the lead singer of Men at Work. Do you remember Men at Work?
The
Land Down Under.
Yeah.
Colin Hay has released...
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. Colin Hay has released 10, 11 albums, I think, since his Men at Work days, and they're all really, really good albums, great collections of work, and he's an amazing songwriter. But he does a concert, and there's people out there, play Who Can It Be Now? They just want to hear the 3 songs that Men at Work had. And I'm like, you guys aren't paying attention, because Colin Hay is a phenomenal, just incredible singer, songwriter, and guitarist. And I'm going to say the same thing about John Waite. John Waite had the song Missing You, which went number 1, and then he was in Bad English, and the song When I See You Smile went number 1, and then John Waite just kind of, his popularity fizzled. He's released album after album after album, a lot of great stuff on there. They got no hits on it, though. So, Rick, I'm sorry. I don't want you to think that I'm disparaging you. I like your music a lot, and I'm glad you released the album, and I want everybody to go buy it.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That's,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Mike, is there anything you'd like to add?
Nothing.
No.
Okay. Go to irritabledadsyndrome.com. Sign up for our mailing list for the love of God.
Please.
We do have people, we're getting a few people here and there. You get early updates about episodes coming out.
Right.
All kinds of cool
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
you can download the episodes early.
You can. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. And if you go to irritabledadsyndrome.com, if you become a patron, you can get Christmas cards, lots of bonus content. For the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been slinging out bonus videos or bonus audio clips, and that's all on our website. We're glad you guys were here. We thank you for listening. We hope to see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mike Odell, Darin Cox production.
I didn't know this was going to be the Marvel episode.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Darin.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to Irritable
Didn't know
Dad
we were
Syndrome.
starting just then.
Okay. Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
This is Cincinnati. Oh.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I thought she was out of her mind, crazy.
She probably. She's
She may be. But now I'm wondering.
Darin, you can edit that out.
You can edit that out.
Boy, we're having some fun now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are having some fun now. My, oh, my. My, oh, my.
No, I'm not going to add a thing.
You remember when Joe Piscopo did that? He was doing his David Letterman bit, and they were singing that song, Phone the neighbors, wake the kids, my, oh, my, my, oh, my. Yes, Stump, Mike and I just did an episode of Greetings from the Idiot Box.
Why does Stump's name Pink? Sometimes it's pink,
I don't
sometimes
know.
it's green.
Stump, why is your name Pink?
Are you controlling that, or is it just whatever color you appear in? And don't bother answering, because I don't care.
Sounds like a band that you would like, though. Excuse me.
I don't think anybody really likes Steve.
Check. Check. Kiki, Black Panther? Or,
No. I want to say Bayonetta. It's not Bayonetta. She's the spy, Scarlett Johansson.
Cut that out!